morning, traders. It's Tuesday, 6th of July, 2021. So normally the Asian session is the quietest part of the trading day, but no, not last night. We definitely had some action when the Auckland Savings Bank, or the ASB, forecasted a rate hike from the RBNZ, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. Forecasted a rate hike in November this year. This caused an instant demand for the Kiwi dollar, and we saw Kiwi across all of the major pairs. Some real big moves going on. The biggest of which is Euro New Zealand there. Currently 152 pips down on the day's trading. So Kiwi at the moment strongest currency, closely followed by the Australian dollar actually, and Euro and Swissy are the weakest. Euro and the Swiss franc are the weakest at the moment. So before you just go in and buy, for instance, the Kiwi here, New Zealand dollar against the US dollar, just wanted to point out to you that we are actually at a little point here of resistance. Resistance here, support there, look, support here. So don't just go in and buy in particular this currency pair, because it's not a great place. Now if we start pushing above 7100, then absolutely fantastic. Now what might be a better currency pair is New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. Why? Well, because we've actually broken out of resistance, this resistance trend line. So if we were looking for that to continue, obviously this is the daily candle at the moment. Might be worth, looking, or just being a little bit patient and waiting for price to pull back to form its next higher low. Now that could be a retest of this structure high here, for instance. We may see price come back and test it, reject, and we could look for a buy there. It may come back a little bit lower, who knows, because it may actually come back and retest this trend line, for instance. Let me just show you what I mean by that. And then bounce. But with price overextended like this, it's not a great time to start buying. You'd really be looking for the correction to have taken place and buyers to come in again. So don't just jump into Kiwi pairs at the moment. Make sure there is a valid setup. I just wanted to use a Fibonacci on this. I'm going to assume that this is the top of the move. Okay, so we have a 38.2% retracement, takes us into those highs there, and a 61.8% retracement takes us into the trend line. So, looking at least for a 38.2% retracement, ideally, before looking for buys on Kiwi dollar. Now, it might be that we've had such big moves in the Asian session that we end up just correcting for the rest of the London session and the New York session today, who knows. So keep your eyes on these Kiwi pairs, look for some setups. Kiwi yen, see we've broken this high here. Keep your eyes. There's also New Zealand dollar Swiss is one of interest. Also Aussie Swiss is also one of interest as well, as you can see, because Aussie is the second strongest currency at the moment. So let me just show you, very similar picture to Aussie to Kiwi Swiss, isn't it? Broken out of the resistive trend line or trend line resistance and looking very strong. So we'd be waiting for a pullback. Now, like I say, guys, you can use levels, you can use fibs, you can use a retest of the trend line, you can also use moving averages as well. Okay, moving averages are a very nice way of looking for corrections to take place, and we might see just a short pullback, because if the market demand for Kiwi and Aussie actually is so strong, then we may just see short pullbacks. So just keep your eyes on both the Kiwi and the Aussie today, but mainly I would suggest the Kiwi dollar, because with that news last night, there's a lot of demand for it. But just be patient, guys. Please, 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 just make sure you don't just jump into any trades. There needs to be a valid setup, okay? So, for instance, if you were going to trade Kiwi Swiss, you want to see price pull back, and then you want to see buyers come back in again before you start to trade. Don't just buy at random, okay? It needs to be a good, valid trading setup. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Another thing actually to mention is that gold had a big move. Well, not a big move. It had a break last night above 1800. As you can see. So not only do we have Kiwi and Aussie doing well, we've got gold broke this. Well, we had a resistance around about 1797, but the magic number to break really is 1800, and you can see what's happening here. So look for a retest there of anywhere around 1800 could be a great area to start looking to buy, okay? But we want to see buyers continue to come back in. So there's your trend line. Price comes back into this zone. We get you could look for a morning star pattern. That'd be a nice pattern to look for. Okay, that is a change of sellers into buyers. That'd be good. If you can see that, then that is your buy setup. Alternatively, put your averages on, your moving averages. You can see, look, price is moving in and out of this 8 and 20 moving average. So you'd want price looking at this to come back at least and bounce or touch that 20 moving average before we start seeing buyers come in again. So gold looking good for longs, but we just need to get that pullback, and then we need to get that confirmation that buyers have come in again. Kiwi, look for longs, but I think we're due some pullbacks on the Kiwi pairs. So maybe we'll see a correction for some of today, maybe all of today. We'll have to wait and see. But those are the currencies and assets of interest for me: Aussie, Kiwi, and gold. Let's see if we can get some corrections. Let's see if we can get some continuations. So that's it from me. Catch you soon. Bye.